Bobby, what did you make of that?
I think it's frustrating, to get back into the game against the top side, to score the 3-3 the way Nicky did and then to concede last minute. It's obviously very frustrating and yeah, it's just, I think that sums the season up at the moment.
Yeah, what happened in, the first and second half? Well, in the first half it was excellent, wasn't it? But in the second half, Stags crumbled.
Yeah, I think crumbled's a bit harsh, but I think you're right, we did really well, and then it sort of had a mad 10-15 minutes, the 5 minutes just before half time and then the 10 minutes afterwards. But this season it almost felt like we were better playing on the back foot, which obviously we've shown against teams like Port Vale coming back last minute, and obviously we thought we'd done it again today.
Yeah, it was such a helter-skelter match, wasn't it? Mansfield giving away the lead, Forest Green Rovers taking charge, and then right at the death it looked like Mansfield may have got a point. Is that where game management needs to be much better?
I think we managed the game quite well. I think there might have been a bit of a less because we scored, maybe try and go again, and maybe a little bit of inexperience where some of the younger players maybe can learn from such an experience. Obviously not saying it was their fault. It was just as an older player who've been there a few times, and you may be thinking, we've just scored and try and take it, try and take a foot off the gas, and maybe we just got caught up with the fans a little bit. But it's a lesson to be learned, and in a really weird way, it's nice to sometimes hit rock bottom because there's nowhere else to go. You can only then go up.
Have Stags hit rock bottom?
I think this season it feels like it. Certainly the dressing room has felt like it. We've just had a good long chat about stuff, and just to concede at the death like that, it's never nice. And then especially the way the game's gone, if you concede, being 3-0 down, whatever, then it's slightly different. But to concede like that, to sort of lose the game as it has, I think it's horrible to say that, but I think it's probably the best thing that could have happened in a really weird way.
Was there a bit of soul searching down there in the dressing room?
I think we've been doing this for the last few weeks, not necessarily soul searching, but we've been talking with the manager amongst ourselves, just trying to get everything right. All the lads, they're honest lads, they're great lads, and we've obviously had success here, and that's probably what's most frustrating. Over the last few seasons we've had really good success, and the core of the squad is still the same, and yet it's not really happening for us, and that's really what's frustrating at the moment.
How would you assess Stags defensively this season, in particular today, Bobby? I don't just mean the defence, because everybody has a certain responsibility of the overall defensive performance, don't they? But for you as the last man in that defence, how would you assess it?
I think it's difficult to just say, it's the defence, as you said. There's so much that goes on the pitch. They're obviously a great team. They have great movement, and we've obviously been watching them. So it's sort of harsh to say it's just the defenders, or it's just the goalkeeper, it's just whatever. But we've obviously got to tighten up. I mean, that's the obvious one. We've conceded quite a few goals recently, and it's frustrating from a personal standpoint, because you want to be keeping clean sheets, because that's as a goalkeeper you get judged on and the defenders. So it is frustrating, but with the period we've had over the last couple of weeks, 3 weeks over the Christmas period, over 5-6 games, we've not really had time to train. So I think now, with the game being Saturday, we will put things right.
How can it be put right?
By just doing the work. It's a new manager. He's obviously trying to implement his things, and it takes time. With the way things have been going, they've not really been going well under the previous manager. Now the new manager's taken over, and we just need to put it right. He's probably come in at a time where there was just loads of games where we've not really had time to work on anything, because you're just preparing for the next game. Whereas obviously having a Monday to Friday week, you've got 3 or 4 days to actually get things right.
As a senior player, can you see what he's trying to do with this squad?
Oh, 100%. We've got a great squad in there. You look at, on paper, obviously we should be higher up, and we 100% have bought into what he's trying to do. With some of the rules he's laid down, all the lads are buying into it 100%. We're meant to be at a meeting at 1:45, for example. We're there at 25 to, because we just want to be there. We just want to do what he's asking us to do. Very
finally, what would you say to the supporters at this time, because they've had a bit of a wretched season at home, haven't they?
I think it's frustrating. They're probably frustrated, but we're more frustrated in the dressing room. We're not just going in laughing and joking and going, oh well, it'll be all right next week. We're just as frustrated as them. We don't want to be playing against them. We want them on our side, because we know we've got one of the better supporters, if not the best support in the league, and we know what it's like when you're having success, how great it can be. But I think at times we'd like them maybe on our side. I know it's frustrating, obviously, for them to watch, because they pay good money to come and watch us, and it's sort of, they obviously have their right to their opinion, but maybe sometimes just get behind us when it's not going well, and just support us. And I fully understand that we're not giving them obviously what they pay for and what they deserve, but we're 100% trying to put it right.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Thanks, Bobby.
No, thank you.